Ladies and gentlemen, this particular story comes out of Orlando, and I just don't know how many more stories we're going to do out of Florida, Ohio, and Texas. But this is yet another story coming more specifically out of Palm Bay, Florida. Okay? Now, I'm going to warn you guys, there are going to be some details in this story that are not going to sit well with your sensibilities. So if you can't handle that, this might not be the video for you, but that is your disclaimer if you need to exit the video. Please don't flag and please don't get to crying because you don't like my opinion about what I got to say, all right? Everybody here ought to understand I don't like criminals and I don't like people who hurt children. So if you want to defend those type of people, then this is not the place for you. But for everybody else that wants to hear this story, the girlfriend of this father, of this alleged father, accused in the death of this 12-year-old boy by the name of Noah Godleski. Let me see if I can get Noah's face up on the screen. On the right-hand side, that is Noah. He is 12 years old, or was 12 years old. And the girlfriend and father have been arrested in Connecticut Friday morning for her role in the boy's death, according to Palm Bay police. The girlfriend's name is Samariel. I don't know if I have her name up here. Let me see. It's not that it's that important. But this creature over here on the left-hand side, her name is spelled Samarial. Samariel Dubois or Dubose. Dubose. I've never known how to pronounce that. I ain't going to even lie. But she's 30 years old and was driven out of state by Jason Gorletsky, who was her boyfriend and Noah's father. And they did this on October the 20th, which is 2 days before the boy's father went to the police to tell them that his 12-year-old son had passed away and died. Some of you guys might be wondering, how did the boy die? What happened? Was there some foul play? Because I definitely believe it was. Let me say thank you real quick to Rita. Rita, thank you very much. Let's keep going. The couple has 3 children together. Let me guess, Noah was not one of those children. I told you guys, it's always funny how you bring these girlfriends and boyfriends around your kids who don't have a DNA tie to those kids, and guess what? The kids end up being abused and murdered. Not all the time, and it's not every single situation like that, but it's too many. You say I pronounce it Dubois. I'm just not going to get that right, but thank you, Ivory. I appreciate that. Let's keep going. They got 3 children together, apart from Noah, whose biological mother has not been a part of his life for some time. So for those who might be wondering where this baby boy's mother is, she's not been around. Sounds like a deadbeat to me. Let's keep going. Those children were brought to Connecticut. From Florida to Connecticut. I don't know how far of a drive that is, but that seems like it's a very, very far drive, man. Or even a flight. But I think they actually drove. But they drove to Connecticut with Dubois, whatever, but were removed from her custody prior to her arrest by the state's Child Protective Services, according to Palm Bay Police Chief Nelson Moya. Those children are now being cared for by other family members. Gets a little bit deeper. So she lost all 3 of her kids that she had with Noah's dad. When questioned by police, she told them that the 12-year-old was misbehaving on October the 17th, and he was forced into the laundry room of the home, according to records. It's not my words. The girlfriend also said she heard the boy's father go into the laundry room right behind him and was yelling at Noah, and she heard him get beat up. She heard the biological father beating up his own son. Upon speaking to the female, we also began to discover inconsistencies and irregularities with her statement, Moya said, according to the news. And again, I got this from Orlando.com, so thank you to the news station. Our detectives, who were now sent to Connecticut, embarked on a series of interviews, not only with her, but with the other children as well. We made some disturbing findings that we're still trying to confirm. The chief said there is a likelihood that the girlfriend was arrested on allegations of child abuse against Noah Galinsky in 2013. Let's pause it right down there. I'm going to read that again. Said it's a 19-hour drive. She was arrested on allegations of child abuse against Noah, who is the baby boy in this story on the right-hand side. The girlfriend was arrested in 2013. Allegations of abuse. And this boy was still allowed to be around them and ultimately ended up being murdered. How effing ironic is that? Is this a failure of the system? I say no. Where is his mom at? Nobody freaking knows. Matter of fact, when this arrest took place in 2013, this boy just didn't have anybody. Where were his grandparents? Where were his advocates, cousins, any other family members? Anybody? No. He was stuck with his father. He should have been safe with his father, but he wasn't, because the dad didn't give a damn except for being with that damn woman. Why? Because he cared more about getting pussy than he did caring about his own flesh and blood, which he got from having sex with his mom. That is disgusting. There was also possible allegations of child abuse and neglect in Massachusetts in 2018. Opportunity number 2. Let's keep going. In March of 2020, there's a confirmed allegation to our Florida Department of Children and Families, a case involving an allegation brought forth by a teacher, because teachers are required to report something if they see something and they know something, right? An allegation brought forth by a teacher at one of our local schools that 12-year-old Noah was a victim, or I guess he was 11 at the time, but he was a victim of child abuse at the hands of both the suspect and his girlfriend. What do they usually call that when you get 1 strike, 2 strike, 3 strikes? 3 opportunities to save this kid's life. But what happened after that? The chief said Palm Bay police were never notified about that case, and it was later closed out as unfounded. How is it unfounded if you're up to 3 times of being contacted about abuse against this boy? What is he supposed to do? He's a child. He can't speak for himself. He can't defend himself. He can't run away. There's nobody to run to when he needs love, like the song says. Who was that boy supposed to run to? How was he supposed to feed himself or clothe himself? What was he supposed to do? In 2013, that would have made him what? I can't do math. Lord have mercy. I can't do math. What would that have made this 12-year-old boy? Let me see. That's 10, 9, 8, 7. So 4 or 5 years old. Then they said 2018, which was 3 years ago, and then 2020, which was last year. 3 opportunities. Police said that they found the boy's body still in the laundry room on October the 22nd with evidence of trauma. So here's what I believe. I believe that the dad went in there and beat his son to death and beat him unconscious, and he died from his injuries. Now, I don't know that to be a fact, but that's just what I believe. Okay? Investigators also believe that the boy had been dead for some time, so they just left him there to rot. Jason Galinsky was subsequently arrested on charges of aggravated manslaughter and failure to report a death of his own effing son. Moya said part of the basis for the probable cause to arrest the girlfriend came from an intercepted phone call in which somebody stated, "We hit him too hard in the face and the back of the head." Hit him too hard in the face and in the back of the head. As a matter of fact, I actually ran across this Facebook group, and there was somebody in there. There was a woman that was asking if somebody could help her learn other ways to discipline her children because she don't want to spank her children anymore. I'm going to tell y'all, seriously, if that's not really what you do, don't just offer people advice on how to discipline children. That is a very special thing, and these people need very specific instructions. And luckily enough, I actually know the lady. This is aside from this story, but I actually sent her, I tagged her name and I sent her a message and told her, inbox me so we can talk and get you straightened out and get you a plan of action. Because I don't like people disciplining their children. I'm sorry, but I know a lot of us, especially if you come from the black community, you might think that's normal. Well, I'm going to tell you something. Using tactics that were derived from slavery is a stupid thing to do. The whip is like the belt. You lay them over, just like you lay them over a barrel, you lay them over a chair or whatever the case is. Tell me, how is that not exactly like slavery? And if we despise slavery the way that we say that we do, then why do we still use tactics? We're in the information age. Are we that level of dumb? Can we not use our minds to put in the children what it is that we want to get back? They're like sponges. What are you putting into your children if you're getting back horrible results? You got to think about that. Children are going to give you back what you put into them. So if they're giving you something you don't like, then you need to reconsider what you're giving them. And it must start from birth. That is my message to anybody who believes that spanking children is right. It's coming from a black man from the South who everybody in my family lineage believed in spanking. And I'm telling you, it's stupid and it's wrong. Stop doing it. It's a Neanderthal method to allegedly raise children. And the children don't learn anything except for fear. They only learn to fear you. They don't respect you. They might tell you they respect you, but it's because they fear you. It's a psychological thing, and you're damaging your children. Stop talking about it's the white thing to do to put your children on timeout. No, it's just not smart to beat your children up like they're slaves. Oops. Now let me get back to this story. Moya said Thursday that Dubois, or the girlfriend, would face the same charges as Galinsky, the dad, but added those charges could be elevated for both as well as the investigation continues. And I like that. They both participated. They both know something, didn't say anything, allowed this boy to die. This boy was in the care and hands of both of these people. They should be charged equally. They should get equal time in prison. The boy died on their clock. Do y'all agree with that? We got an election season coming up. I want y'all to think about that. Make sure you ask your politicians how they feel about our children and making sure that these children get justice in our justice system. Palm Bay police said Friday Noah would have been Friday would have been his 13th birthday. Melinda Powell says she learned of what happened days after her firstborn son passed away. Melinda Powell. Is that the mom? Oh my goodness. I hope that is not his mom. Melinda Powell says she learned of what happened days after her firstborn son passed away. The police department came to my house at 3:40 in the morning on Saturday morning and told me an incident happened. The Bushnell mother said Noah was taken from her after she said she was wrongfully accused of assaulting him. the biological mother of Noah said that they wrongfully took her son away because eyes didn't beat him, y'all. Eyes didn't do nothing to him, even though they would have had to have evidence that this son was abused, which is why she lost custody to the dad. And what do you call that just because you lose custody? You're just going to just flat out just not try to be a part of your child's life? Men have to do it all the time. Y'all always, like, y'all in general, don't get mad, but I hear a lot of women say that men need to fight to be in their children's lives no matter what. But what about this particular mother? They they said that she assaulted her son, she lost custody of her son, and then she just kicked back and didn't do nothing else to be in her child's life. Left him hanging. That's horrible. She said she was falsely accused. But how falsely was she accused when she was accused of abusing and beating him up? Then the girlfriend allegedly was falsely accused of beating him up. Then the dad was falsely accused of beating him up. So I'm assuming what? The boy was beating himself up? Let me guess. He was standing on a chair and he fell out of a chair. That's what happened, right? Let me guess. He was probably taking a bath and he slipped in the bathtub and hit his head, right? That's what happened? Let me guess. He was probably playing on the roof of the house, of the apartment, and slipped and fell, right? Let me guess. The boy stole a vehicle, stole a car, and ended up in a high-speed chase and ran dab smack into another car, injuring himself. That's how he died, right? Somehow these kids always do it to themselves. Probably a bathtub. Man, this is insane. I raised him for the first 3 years of his life, according to the biological mother. Powell said Noah did not deserve the cruelty he suffered. But you abused him, ma'am. What do you mean he didn't deserve it? But you did it too. What the hell? I didn't get to see him. They let him rot in the laundry room for 5 days, so now I don't even get to have an open casket. Woe is you, ma'am. The family has established a GoFundMe page. How about that? Are y'all surprised? You know what? Do y'all want to see? Y'all want to see how much they raised in GoFundMe money? Are y'all ready to see this? I don't know if I took a screenshot of it. I think I did. Yes, I did. Right there. Can y'all see that? Or do I need to make it a little bit bigger on my screen? Let's make it bigger on the screen. You guys see how much they're trying to raise? And do y'all see how many people, how many dummies, donors? You guys see how many donors they have? $20,000. They're asking for $20,000. And 3 different parents, not a single person had life insurance on him. So I'm wondering what's going to be the excuse for not having life insurance on this boy. He was 12 years old. Let me guess, he was too young to get life insurance at age 12. Is that what the excuse is going to be this time? They having a hard time. It's a hard knock life out here. They couldn't afford no life insurance, but they could afford to keep having reckless sex and keep making kids. They had 3 additional kids outside of him. So if you couldn't afford to take care of one, why would you keep making more kids? Somebody please explain. Look, I'm all for these GoFundMes. Y'all are telling me for the longest time that I'm wrong about my opinion about GoFundMes for death. I think GoFundMe should be used for life, not death. That's my personal opinion. Use GoFundMe to put into this boy's college fund, for him to buy his first car, for him to go on a trip to Disney World, to go on a trip to do something, to go to an arts museum, to start his own business. Damn, how many times have y'all seen a GoFundMe pop up to start a 16 or a 17 or 18-year-old's personal business? How many of those GoFundMes have y'all seen? You always see somebody putting up a GoFundMe when somebody die, but do you see anybody putting up GoFundMes and supporting them like this whenever they're living and thriving and doing something positive because they want to grow up and become something great? Huh? How do y'all not know that Noah maybe wanted to grow up and become the mayor of Palm Bay, Florida? You could have got him a good start that way. But no, what we want to do, we want to take $20,000 damn dollars and put it into the ground, into a dead person, into a dead child. But we won't put that into these children's schools. We won't put it into their books. We won't put it into their clothes, school supplies. What about the school lunches? Most of these school lunches at these schools and breakfasts are shitty. Can't y'all use that $20,000 maybe to get these kids some good food at school? No, I'm sorry. Let me not say that. My ideas are stupid. Everything I just said is stupid. Just omit everything that I just said, okay? Let's not worry about what DJ thinks is a good idea. Let me just give you the fair usage and let me just shut my stupid mouth, okay? Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Federal law allows. And if you guys are watching right now, do me a favor and please click that thumbs up. Look at the number of people who are watching, and that's how many thumbs up we want to have. So if y'all would click that thumbs up, that'll help us tremendously. It only takes a moment. It's free to do. Thank you for those who donate, but thank you even more for those who just simply click that thumbs up to share this baby boy story, because it's important. Let's get it.
Palm Bay police say the deadly abuse of a 12-year-old boy inside this home was the equivalent of torture.
This is who we speak for today.
Palm Bay Police Chief Nelson Moya holds a photo of 12-year-old Noah Godleski, a child investigators say was beaten, left for dead, and abandoned in his family's laundry room for days.
And what we discovered was horrifying.
Police made the discovery after the boy's dad, 33-year-old Jason Godleski, showed up in their lobby last Friday and made this chilling call.
I needed to report that my son had passed away in his sleep. I can give you guys my address and the key.
Godleski described where officers would find the body.
He's in the first door on your right when you walk through the front door. I have the key. There's also a dog there, so if I want to get someone there for the dog.
The dispatcher then asked the burning question.
All right, and why didn't you call 911?
I'm just...
Sorry, do you know how he passed away, or?
No. I know you guys are going to come down here and take me away, but can I just smoke a cigarette real quick?
Police say within 5 minutes of that call, they discovered the boy's body.
Wow. He didn't give a damn about his son at all. Let me let y'all hear this again. The 911 operator was quick on her feet. She said, "Why didn't you call 911? I love it when you can try to get these people on record to say, to give some information about their mindset. Love that. Great question. Why didn't you call 911? And this man said, "They're about to come pick me up. Can I smoke a cigarette real quick?" This dad doesn't care about himself. This dad doesn't care about his son. He doesn't care about his other 3 children that he had with this girlfriend. He didn't care about himself. That leads me to believe that he probably didn't have a father in his life, because you clearly can tell that this man don't give a damn about himself. Listen at the end of this again. This fool asked for a damn cigarette from the 911 operator.
How he passed away, or?
No. I know you guys are going to come down here and take me away, but can I just smoke a cigarette real quick?
Police say within 5...
He said that real calm, too.
I'm just...
Sorry, do you know how he passed away, or?
No. I know you guys are going to come down here and take me away, but can I just smoke a cigarette real quick?
Police say within 5 minutes of that call, they discovered the boy's body, which had obvious signs of trauma, and it appeared he'd been dead for several days. Godleski is in jail on charges of aggravated manslaughter of a child. An arrest warrant has also been issued for Godleski's live-in girlfriend, 30-year-old Samarile Dubose.
Her statements are inconsistent. We can disprove some of her statements to us, and it clearly paints a picture of her involvement.
According to police documents, on October 17th, Godleski and Dubose beat Noah for misbehaving and left the boy isolated and injured in the laundry room. At some point, Noah died, and the couple and their 3 other children left to visit family in Connecticut. After discovering the body, investigators traveled to Connecticut to interview Dubose and said this isn't the first time she's been accused of abusing Noah. Most recently, in March of 2020, both Dubose and Godleski were investigated by DCF after a Brevard County schoolteacher reported her concerns that Noah was being abused. The abuse was unfounded, and that case was closed. In Brevard County, Amanda Dukes, WESH 2 News.
News out of Palm Bay, where we are following some new details and developments in that story about the tragic death of a 12-year-old boy in Palm Bay.
Officials just gave an...
I'm going to skip some of these videos because I think I got quite a few of them. So don't be surprised if I try to skip through some of these because I don't want to take too much of your time with just the video.
Update. WESH 2's Amanda Dukes is joining us now with the latest. And Amanda, what have we now learned?
Well, we learned at this morning's news conference that the live-in girlfriend of the father will be arrested at some point today and also charged with aggravated manslaughter in this little boy's death. Her name is Samarile Dubose, and the police chief here...
Dubose. So not Dubois, Dubose, I guess. It's Dubose, I suppose.
In Palm Bay told us he has reason to believe she's been arrested and charged with abusing this same little boy in the past. Now, police did show us a photograph of the boy who died, 12-year-old Noah Godleski. He was found dead in the laundry room of his family's Palm Bay home last Friday after his father, Jason Godleski, came to police and told them his son had died in his sleep, could be found in their home, and then refused to provide any other information. Godleski has since been arrested in the boy's death and jailed. Police now say they believe Godleski and Dubose participated in the October 17th beating of Noah for misbehaving and then left Noah dead in their Palm Bay home while they and the 3 children they share traveled to Connecticut to visit family. The Palm Bay police chief grew emotional when talking about the horror of this investigation.
So as a police officer, our folks are trained to compartmentalize this case, focus on the work the case, bring a voice to Noah, and focus on justice. I spoke to the lead detective, one of our lead detectives, yesterday, and we talked about how,
He's pissed off. This man is pissed off, and he probably is a father himself. He can't even understand this. It has no rhyme or reason to it. It makes no sense at all. This man is clearly getting upset, and I'm happy to even see that type of emotion.
We talked about how he went home and hugged his kid hard that day. I certainly did myself.
Now, police say the girl...
Developing right now, a Brevard County father arrested in a disturbing case. Palm Bay police say he beat his 12-year-old son to death and left him locked in a line.
Yes, thank you, Cecilia. And I forgot to reiterate this point. This story happened in Palm Bay, Florida, which I'm assuming that's where the house was. And they ended up in Connecticut. I think somebody in the chat said it's about a 17-hour drive. Think about that. They murdered this boy, left him in that home in a laundry room, and drove to Connecticut. It sounded like they were trying to run for it, flat out run for it and just make a new life and just act like the boy didn't exist for 12 years. Let's not fail to mention that.
Laundry room for days.
Just a short time ago, investigators gave an update on the case. News 6's James Barbero joins us live from the home where this all happened. And James, the details here are just heartbreaking.
Sadly, Justin, the allegations inside the house, they only get worse because now Palm Bay police are saying that inside this Colonial Avenue house, the girlfriend of 33-year-old Jason Godleski also abused 12-year-old Noah Godleski. They say the abuse from her.
She abused him. They accused her of abusing him at least 3 different times. The stepmom, 2013, 2018, and 2020.
Her and the father may have went back as far as 2013. In the press conference this morning, we had our first photo shown to us of Noah, just 12 years old. The police say even back in March of 2020, a teacher at an elementary school in Palm Bay, Turner Elementary, she was suspicious of abuse. They say that teacher made a report, but the allegations were unfounded. Police now trying to piece together the puzzle of what's happened since then. The police.
I don't know if I could be a teacher. Well, my mom was a teacher. Shout out to my mother. And I know I wanted to be a teacher. It would be hard for me to be a teacher and I find out that one of those parents are abusing the kids. I would lose my job and probably be arrested for hurting some of these parents, really jacking them up for doing that to these kids. I would find it very hard. I'm just telling y'all, I'm not saying what y'all should do. Not suggesting violence at all, because that's not the right thing to do. You put yourself in a ton of legal jeopardy by doing that. But you come and tell me my mom beat me up and punched me, or my mom's boyfriend beat me up and punched me. As a dad, I'd be thinking, I'm about to go get up in somebody's ass. My first thought ain't gonna be go call the police, because I'm just insane in the membrane like that. I'm just a wild boy like that. It takes a lot of prayer and a lot of meditation for me to keep myself right, especially with me hearing about all of these stories. I'm crazy about my daughter. I pray for the fool that ever tries to hurt my daughter. Amen. No, we got some parents out there that feel the same way. God bless these teachers that are mandated reporters. Thank you, Snazzy. They're mandated reporters. I couldn't just sit there and just report it and then just let it ride. I couldn't do it. That wouldn't sit well with my soul. It wouldn't sit well with my soul.
Chief, though, is confident saying that the girlfriend will be arrested today. They say that locking Noah inside the laundry room in the house and beating him so severely that he died.
My mother and father kept foster kids. Thank you again, Kim Fairchild. She is in the chat. Much love, not only for donating, but she also donated in Cash App. Thank you so much. But I'm going to tell y'all this. My mother and father were taking care of foster kids before I was even born. It's already in my nature. It's in my blood, it's in my family to take care of foster kids, and I was going to be, but it would have been, I really would have needed to had a partner there, a wife or something for me to be able to do it properly, because I was working so much, I would have never been at home. I wouldn't have been a proper foster parent at the time. But in a perfect world, in a perfect situation, I absolutely would. I think I would love to be a foster parent, and maybe I'll have to think about that, once I hit retirement and stuff like that. I'd love to try to give back in that way.
And they left his body there for days. As they even fled the state to Connecticut. He went to go as far as calling it torture. Listen.
As a father, I'll answer that I'm disgusted by this case. I'm angry, and it's hard to wrap your head around how someone, anybody in charge of the safety and well-being of a child, will hurt that child to a point where we take his life and then disgrace his body by not even acknowledging death and leaving him there.
The police are saying that Godleski, when he showed up, this all started last Friday at the police department. He reported that his son died in his sleep inside the house. When police went looking, they say it was off.
and he lied on his son, said he died in his sleep. And then they get to him, and then you find out that he's been beat up like he was fighting, like he was fighting some heavyweight boxer or something. Could y'all imagine that? Like, you get there and be like, what happened to this boy? Like he got into a fight with Sugar Ray Leonard or something. Like this boy done been into a fight with Marvin Hagler. Like he done been into a fight with Muhammad Ali and got hit 355 times. That is a huge deviation from talking about, oh yeah, he died in his sleep. Does it happen? I'm sure it has, but not likely.
We have new details tonight about a local boy beaten to death. Police had already charged the 12-year-old's father with...
Like Kimbo Slice came in and just gave him a good pounding. That's ridiculous.
Manslaughter. Tonight, detectives plan to charge the father's girlfriend as well, saying...
Matter of fact, and I didn't even think about this. The other day, y'all remember the story out of Houston, Texas, where the children were left abandoned in that apartment, and the 8-year-old boy had died and been left to rot in that apartment for so long that he became dry. He had decomposed. They were still, I don't know how the autopsy people do it. I would never want that job ever for any reason. They are a special breed of people. But they were still able to find out that boy was beat up and abused. Even after decomposition. This dad had to have been a special level of stupid.
It would have been Noah Godleski's 13th birthday. Instead, law enforcement arrested Samariel DeBose this morning in connection with the death of that 12-year-old boy from Brevard County. DeBose and the boy's father are now facing charges.
And as West New's Michelle Meredith reports, police say the boy was beaten and left to die while his family went on a trip.
This is the mugshot of Samariel DeBose, taken by law enforcement in Connecticut, where she was arrested Friday, now officially making her part of what police are calling a horrific case of child abuse. Abuse, they say, led to the death of 12-year-old Noah Godleski. Law enforcement says Noah lived with his father, Jason Godleski, DeBose, his living girlfriend, and the boy's siblings in a house in Palm Bay. According to court records, it started in mid-October when Godleski forced his son into the laundry room where Noah stayed, isolated from the rest of the family for days. Witnesses say Godleski eventually went back into the room and beat Noah so badly the boy could be heard crying and eventually moaning. Days later, police say Godleski packed up the family, headed to Connecticut, leaving his son Noah and the family dog behind. According to police, it was Godleski himself who reported Noah's death, made a call from the lobby of the police department, explained where to find his son's lifeless body.
He's in the first door on your right when you walk through the front door. I have the key. There's also a dog there, so if I want to get someone there for the dog.
All right, and why didn't you call 911?
I'm just...
All right, do you know how he passed away, or?
No. I know you guys are going to come down here and take me away, but can I just smoke a cigarette real quick?
We're following developing news this morning. A woman was arrested here in
A Brevard County father is locked up after investigators say he beat his 12-year-old son and left him to die alone.
Sir, as to count one, you'll be held on no bond.
Now neighbors are wondering what happened behind closed doors.
What is he hiding in that house?
I did notice that, Dre the Dream. He seemed real nonchalant. This man reacts as if he's already done a couple 10-year bids in the penitentiary. He just flat out don't give a crap at all. No emotion.
Palm Bay police say that man left his son beaten and alone in a laundry room while he drove the rest of the family to Connecticut. Good evening. I'm Greg Wormuth.
And I'm Martha Sagowski. Channel 9's Ashley Edlin is joining us live right now. And Ashley, police say that this guy told them his son was dead last week, but he was just arrested last night.
And a neighbor actually telling us today, Martha, that she saw this whole thing happen. She says there was a large police presence on the street focused on the home that this man lives in. She says at the time she didn't know what was going on, but when we told her today, she was surprised.
Jason Godleski.
33-year-old Jason Godleski went in front of a judge today in Brevard County.
All right, sir, so count one, you'll be held on no bond.
In this police report, Palm Bay police say he walked into their police.
Quick pause while y'all are listening. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. Please look at the number of people who are watching. Make sure y'all click that thumbs up. When you do that, it brings more of our subscribers over to the live. They a lot of times will watch it after the fact. But let's bring people in now. If you're watching, if you ain't clicked that thumbs up, go ahead and do that, please. If you can't chat, just subscribe to the channel and it should open it up immediately for you to be able to hit the live chat, okay? You don't have to pay anything to do it at all. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Let's get it.
Department on October 22nd called dispatch and said his 12-year-old son, Noah Godleski, was dead inside their home. When police went to the home, they found the boy inside a laundry room, and it appeared he had been beaten. Neighbors say their first indication something was wrong was when police showed up.
Friday night, there was at least 8 cop cars and other vehicles in the area.
Police say Godleski told them he knew he was going to jail, but wouldn't answer any other questions. He lives in the home with his girlfriend and 3 other children, all under 18 years old. Police later found out Godleski took them to Connecticut. The woman told police Godleski beat the boy on October 17th for misbehaving and left him in a closet for days. They left for Connecticut on October 20th and left the 12-year-old victim home alone. The report says in a call 4 days after the little boy was found, Godleski told a family member he knew he was dead when they left. They even rehearsed a story to tell police. Police tell me charges are pending against the girlfriend in this case. They also tell me those 3 remaining children are in the custody of DCF in Connecticut. Live in Palm Bay, Ashley Edlin, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
New details about the case involving a 12-year-old boy who was beaten to death. Palm Bay police say that the girlfriend of the boy's father, well, they're looking for her up in Connecticut. And Fox 35 anchor Ray Vieta joins us in the Alert Center with more on this one. Ray.
She was arrested in Connecticut, John. Samariel DuBose is locked up now. She's charged.
Got it. Somebody in the chat asked if any of the other family members asked about him. As of right now, it's real easy for them to come out in the news, come out on social media, put out a video, do something, and just tag the baby boy's name. Social media works very, very fast. We'll be able to find it. None of this boy's family members have said a damn thing. Not a cousin, not an aunt, not an uncle, grandfathers, great-grandparents, nobody. Nobody has spoken out.
In connection with the brutal death of a young boy, her boyfriend's son. Police found the boy's body last Friday in the laundry room. His body had signs of trauma. Investigators say it was clear the boy was dead for some time. His name was Noah Godleski. Noah's father called police and told them the boy was dead in their home. Police say Noah's father drove his girlfriend and their other children to Connecticut afterwards. Police interviewed DuBose there. She told them Noah's father beat the boy severely. Police also intercepted a phone call that led them to DuBose's arrest.
That phone call alluded that we, quote unquote, hit him too hard in the face and the back of the head and left him dead. Based on our evidence that we have thus far, that we are comfortable, more than comfortable, charging this case with aggravated manslaughter for now. And to answer your question, sir, there's a great likelihood that once all is completed in conjunction with the state attorney's office, that will certainly be upgraded.
Noah's father is facing the same charge. DuBose was arrested in 2013 for alleged child abuse involving Noah. There's also another allegation of child abuse in 2018. What makes this even worse? Noah would have turned 13 today. In the Fox 35 Alert Center, I'm Ray Vieta. John, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Ray.
Let me tell y'all this, man. I normally don't advocate for children going into the foster care system, but if CPS would have came and got this boy in 2013 when his biological mother first abused him, Because I don't think it was an alleged. I think she did it, which is why she lost custody. But you know what? They did like I suggested, and I said, why not give the biological father a chance? If the mom failed him, why not give the biological father a chance? At least that makes sense, right? I'm hoping I'm advocating for the right thing. Y'all got to let me know. Because it seems like give the other portion of the DNA a chance. And you know what happened? In 2000 and let me see, it was first time she was accused was 2013. The girlfriend was accused of beating the boy. Then he should have lost custody flat out then, put him in the foster care system, and just pray that he would have been able to grow up and become independent and be something great. Because the foster care system, kids just being stuck perpetually in that system, it's not a good thing. They need good foster parents, and there just aren't a lot of homes available for all of these kids who get stuck in that system. But there was a second time, 2018, strike number 2 against the stepmom and biological father. Then strike 3 comes in 2020. You still don't take the kids. That's 3 strikes. You're supposed to be out of here, right? No, what they do, it's like it goes unfounded because they didn't let the police know. Is that a failure of the system? Yes and no. Yes, the system failed, but I've told you guys the responsibility falls on the biological mother and biological father. That's where the children need to be provided for, protected, and saved. It should start and end there. If everybody takes care of their damn kids and stop just having kids all over the freaking place because you like this piece of pussy or you like this piece of dick. Life ought to be more important than orgasms. How can you look your own flesh and blood, DNA in the eye, and treat them like shit? I will never understand it. I will never get it. And I will never understand why people force children into this world with no plan to take care of them, no plan to love them, no plan to provide for them, no plan for them to grow up and become something great, to have a foundation, to really have a true future and a chance to survive and thrive in this world. These stories shouldn't be happening. But you know what? We could vet a little bit better. Maybe the biological mom should have did a background check on the dad. Maybe the dad should have did a background check on the mom, and they would have both realized, oh, that's right. Neither one of us ain't nothing. We're both terrible human beings. Maybe we shouldn't be having kids together. Instead, they have kid on top of kid on top of kid on top of kid. Let their frustrations build up because they improperly handled their business and took it out on this baby boy who couldn't speak for himself, couldn't defend himself. And that boy had 0 advocates in the world that he lived in. He needed an advocate so badly. CPS could have saved him at least 4 different times. The 5th time was too much. Who's gonna cry for the little boy? Who's gonna cry for Noah? Who's gonna be an advocate for Noah? Noah doesn't have a chance to do anything else now. His opportunity to grow up was robbed of him. But here's where we can make a difference as the AFC. Always look at these stories for the positive side. The positive side is when you see something like this, you can say something. For CPS, when you see these stories, you can get up off your ass, work hard, and make the proper recommendations. For the police, when you get these stories, you come in and save these kids. Make the system that's there work. For the biological mothers and biological fathers, think before you have sex. Don't bring children into this world if you don't have a solid plan. Because life is hard. Raising children is extremely difficult. And you cannot take your frustrations or your, I didn't know this and didn't know that and wasn't ready for this and that. Can't take that out on the kids. They don't deserve that. It'd be better for us to be more responsible beforehand than to get in the situation and put these children through things that they did not deserve. So what we can do is we can be advocates for someone else's child, for our own children, for our own neighbors, for the kids who, if you have schools in your area, you can be mindful of a lot of those things. Be an advocate in your home. Be an advocate in your neighborhood, in your city, in your county, in your states. Stand up for the boys who need advocates. Stand up for the girls who need advocates, okay? To young Noah, young Prince, R.I.P. Let these stories be a cautionary tale, okay? Thank y'all for listening with an open mind as well as an open heart. Thank you. Let me ask you guys a question. Do y'all have time for... I'll give y'all 4 stories tonight, and I will be honest with you guys. There were a couple of people who were amazing donors tonight that contributed tonight financially, which is awesome when you're able to do it. If you're not, it's totally fine. But I told you guys, if y'all share the videos and you send it to more people, if y'all click that thumbs up, even if you can't donate, somebody else can, and it'll bring more people in, and eventually we will be able to get a proper level of support for the channel. But I'm going to tell you guys, we had an amazing group of people who donated tonight, and I will stay here until I say everything that needs to be said. I actually got 4 more stories. Is that okay with y'all? If y'all can, moderators, let me know where we stand with the thumbs up. If y'all got time, I got time for 4 more stories, and I'll try to keep them short because I know some of y'all got to go to work tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so I'm not going to keep y'all up all night. But if you have time, I will give you guys 4 more stories. Let's go ahead and bring them up. All I need my moderators to do is just keep an eye on the number of thumbs up and let me know where we stand compared to the number of that's watching. Because I want to try to see if we can make those numbers match, if we can. Next story is going to be another wild one. Let's see. Let's do... Oh, this one's huge. We're going to do this one. The baby that almost overdosed. Did y'all hear about that? Somebody sent me that video to my email. I don't remember who sent it, but somebody sent me the direct link. If you give us 2 more thumbs up, that'll bring us to 500, and we'll be 200 shy of our number. That'll actually be really cool. 2 more thumbs up, and then we can focus on 100. Yeah, this one was crazy. As a matter of fact, when this story happened, they didn't even have a picture of the person that was responsible for this, and now they do. Thank you, Maria. So I love your channel. Thank you very much, and I want you to remember, it's not a ooh, wow, jeez. Boy, I got a lot of bad things. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all better strap your diapers on tight tonight. I'm gonna tell you, y'all better strap your underwear on tight tonight. Did y'all just see that woman, that individual's face? If y'all get mad about me, he making fun of how people look. You're damn right, especially when they hurt children. You're damn right. Whoa. Man, and look, this ain't even the worst one. It's pretty bad, but this ain't even the worst one. I got one that's a little bit worse than this one. Y'all better strap your underwear on tight tonight. Boy. Is that a boy, Damon? Sheesh. Look at that. Brandy donated twice. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you, Kim. Kim, I got to give you a huge shout out. Thank you, Kim, if you're still in the chat. Thank you, Brandy, donated twice. Thank you, Ginger Reed in the chat. Thank you. Snazzy Girl, hugs and kisses. XOXO, if you're listening, thank you. Noah didn't stand a chance. I agree. Thank you. Brenda W. RIP to all the lost kids. Thank you, Brenda, if you're listening. Beth with an H. Thank you. Let me make sure I can say your name. Felicia with a B. Felicia. Thank you for what you're doing and the time doing it. If you're listening, thank you. Seahawks fan, where you at? Are you still here? If you are, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Again, Brandy, if you're listening, thank you, Brandy. Thank you, Missy. Thank you, Jimmy D. Thank you to... Oh, I got you. I saw it. I read first. Said, keep up the good work. By the way, this is Sorrowful Angel. I got your donation. Thank you very much. I read it first. I read your message first. And you donated twice. Thank you for bringing children's stories to light. If you are listening, Sorrowful Angel, thank you very much. And let me make sure I can say your name. Shay, thank you. We have 690 watching, almost 700. That's pretty good. We are at 535. That means we need 65 more people to click that thumbs up. 65 people. Just click that thumbs up, okay? Excuse me. Let's talk. You said you thought Halloween was over. I'm done with you. Laura, you won. You won. The comment of the story. You won. Boy. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Was I writing a message? Oh, I sure was. Hold on. Sorry about that. Let me see. Was I writing you or Bree? Let me make sure. Okay, yeah. All right. We're good. Let me pull up this story real quick, boy. There's a lot to talk about. And the story comes out of Jefferson County. Where's Jefferson County? Alabama. Damn it, man. Whew. Get that picture off my screen. Ladies and gentlemen, this story comes out of Jefferson County, Alabama. Really sad story, but it's a positive portion because I think this child survived, which is really good. But I got to also say thank you to CBS for this particular article. And there's a crazy thing that happened here to this baby that you see lying on the floor like that. So to give you guys a synopsis, there was a baby who accidentally ingested some drugs and a police officer came to the rescue. So I'm going to warn you guys of this because it's very important. We're going to see some of the blurred images of this story. So if you guys are not ready to handle that, this story might upset you, then this might not be the video for you. That is your disclaimer. I'm going to say some things that are not going to sit well with your sensibilities, and you're going to see a video that is probably also not going to sit well with your sensibilities. So if you need to exit, this would be the time to do it. Okay? That's your disclaimer. Here we go. There was a 1-year-old baby who overdosed on illegal drugs, and the parent was arrested on Monday. Now, according to the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, deputies responded to a call on Avenue D in Fairfield on reports of a 1-year-old baby overdosing on drugs. Upon arrivals, deputies discovered the 1-year-old child unresponsive laying on the floor. Witnesses on the scene informed deputies that the child had ingested illegal drugs, possibly fentanyl. How many damn times are we gonna talk this year about fentanyl and fentanyl deaths? If you guys don't know, I've said this many times. I lost one friend of mine who was with another person who was pretty well known in Oklahoma City. But my friend, and shout out there, she was such a sweet woman, very sweet woman. But she passed away with her buddy or her friend or whatever he was to her, passed away from tainted drugs last year. And I believe it was probably laced with fentanyl. This thing is taking so many lives. And just the powder, the dust, mere speckles of this fentanyl is so powerful, it can kill you. And essentially, it's the silent killer because it just completely just knocks you out. And I always describe to people that I actually had to have a procedure recently where they put 4 micrograms of that stuff in there. And before I knew it, I was waking up like, what happened? I was out for half an hour and didn't have any idea what happened. Fentanyl is no joke. Thank you. Let's keep going. They said that the baby had ingested illegal drugs, possibly fentanyl, that she had been unresponsive for about 30 minutes. Deputies began trying to resuscitate the child by using Narcan. And I'm not 100% sure what Narcan is. I know some of you guys might be familiar with it, but let me pull up exactly what Narcan is and what it does. So Narcan nasal spray is a prescription medicine used for the treatment of a known or suspected opioid overdose emergency with signs of breathing problems and, clicked the wrong thing. Approved for treatment of known or suspected opioid overdose. It's needle-free, designed for ease of use in the community setting. Inhalation is not required and requires no special training. That's very interesting. Deputies began trying to resuscitate the child by using Narcan. After receiving the Narcan, the child began to breathe slowly. I'm so grateful that the Jefferson County started to carry Narcan. Deputy Jordan A.G. said, I'm happy that the tool in our belt, that it's a tool in our belt, because like you said, you never know when you're going to have to use it to be the first to respond in a situation. AG is the officer who administered the life-saving drug in the body cam video. If you guys want to see that, I'm going to show it. And again, it's going to be a little bit dramatic if you cannot handle that, okay? It's a tool that wouldn't have been available without the work of the county health department. A lot of us get a little emotional today when we saw this story, the precious little child who almost lost her life, but was saved with one of the kits that came from our health department. Health Officer Dr. Mark Wilson said, It's tragic. This should happen, it's tragic this should happen in the first place. But it's really gratifying to know that our people at the health department who have worked so hard, their work has paid off and saved this baby's life. The child was transported to Children's Hospital, where she is reported to be in stable condition. So this is a positive story. Here's where we got to talk about the parent involved. And that brings me to this picture right here. What a picture. What an amazing mugshot picture. According to the sheriff's office, this child's parent, whose name is 31-year-old Jeanette Lachey Bell, this young man admitted that the child had accessed some of his drug paraphernalia and ingested it. The Department of Human Resources has been contacted to check the welfare of the other children in the home. I hope that this situation was awakening to anyone that has substance abuse or anyone that has narcotics in the home, whether it's prescribed or unprescribed. Bell has been charged with chemical endangerment of a child and will be held on a $15,000 bond. How does a father get away with this? A $15,000 bond after you as a dad had drugs in the house and almost caused your baby to die? A $15,000 bond? How is that easily not $1 million bond? Especially when I talk about the next story. This man caused this baby to almost die. And you get a $15,000 bond and you're only charged with chemical endangerment of a child? Really? So where are the possession charges at? What about the drugs that you had? What about attempted murder? What about so many different things that you could have charged this man with? The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office released the video of the child being revived through the use of Narcan, which can be seen below. The Jefferson County Health Department offers free online training for anyone in the state to learn how to administer Narcan and can receive a free kit. I'd actually would like to do that. I would actually like to take that training. I don't even care if it costs anything. I would absolutely do it. But I'm going to tell you guys something. Y'all are saying this is a woman? Let me go back and read this story again. Hold on. That's a woman? That looks like a linebacker. Y'all saying that's a woman? It is Alabama. She might have played for Alabama University. Let me look at this again. Hold on. Hold on. I might have made a mistake. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Jeanette Lachey Bell. 31-year-old Jeanette. That's a woman? That's a mother? The child's mother. Oh. I thought that was a typo. God. Bro, what happened to your hairline? Sheesh. Look like somebody drug you through a briar patch or something. Like somebody slingshotted you through a cactus. Why do you look like that, man? I mean, ma'am? What? She even got like a little mustache too. I'm like, no, I was like, man, this dude should be in jail. That's a female? Which would also have to make you think, who slept with her or him? What? You making babies out here, sir? Oh my goodness, I am done. Let me give y'all the fair usage. Let's move on. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. My goodness. Whew. Must be hard out here for some of these men. If you had to make a baby with her, you must have had no options at all. Like, I mean, you could have checked in some other countries. Let me not be quite that mean. But damn. That individual looked like she... Never mind. Let's go.
We want to warn you, this next story has video that may be difficult for some to watch. It involves the possible life-saving actions of a Jefferson County Sheriff deputy who responded to an unconscious 1-year-old child who had overdosed on suspected narcotics. The body cam video showing Deputy Jordan Agee administering Narcan to help this little girl in this video breathe again. CBS 42's Jen Cardone live at the sheriff's office tonight. And Jen, you spoke with Deputy Agee about this very frightening ordeal on Monday.
Got that old, you gonna eat your cornbread face looking ass. Like, good Lord, man. I'm sorry, but you just can't be that level of desperate. God.
Yeah, he says it's actually the first time he's had to use Narcan to help a child, and a 1-year-old at that. But drugs inside of the home can find their way to anyone that's there. Tonight, he's hopeful that...
Shout out to Dre the Dream. Dre the Dream said, hashtag, when you date linebackers, you date death. That's good.
anyone who sees this video will do what they can to keep...
Brace yourselves. Here's the video. Get ready.
...drugs out of their house.
Hey, where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
When the first call comes in for help,
Do me a favor, back up for me.
many times the police are first to respond.
We got there as fast as we could with Fairfield Fire and Rescue behind us.
Jefferson County Deputy Jordan Agee, the officer to administer Narcan, saving this 1-year-old's life.
I'm so grateful that Jefferson County started to carry Narcan. I'm happy that we now have that tool on our belt.
A tool that wouldn't be available without the county health department.
A lot of us got a little emotional today when we saw this story of this precious child who almost lost her life, but was saved with one of the kits that came from our health department.
Health officer Dr. Mark Wilson says they had recently trained all Jefferson County Sheriff's deputies, giving each officer an overdose kit like this.
It's tragic this should happen in the first place, but it's really gratifying to know that our people at the health department who have worked so hard, that their work has paid off.
Hey, sweetheart, can you hear me?
Because in these scary moments,
Okay, she's real.
every second counts.
I hope this situation was awakening to anybody that has substance abuse or anyone that has narcotics in their home, whether it's prescribed or unprescribed.
The girl's mother was charged with chemical endangerment of a child and held on $15,000 bond. The Jefferson County Health Department offers free online training to learn how to administer naloxone, and we have a link to that over on our website and how you can get a free kit once you complete that training.
And they use that term, they should be using that term loosely, calling her a mother. Here's another angle of it. Again, this is still blurred out, but still kind of disheartening. So just be prepared.
Hey. Is she breathing? Come on, baby.
And I also just thought about something. Think about this. This child had been not breathing or unconscious, I should say, not breathing, but unconscious, I believe, for about 30 minutes. Did it take the police that long to get there? Or did they wait that long before they called the police? I'd like to kind of know, because I think they might have waited a while to call the cops or the police, excuse me. That should be another charge against that alleged mom.
Come here.
I just noticed something. Where is the furniture in there? Look at all those adults over there. Look at all those people that are there. Zero furniture. Shout out to Tommy, by the way, because he points that out all the time. But I got that from Tommy. I just noticed there is zero furniture in there.
9-3 Narcan.
That's at least 2 rooms with no furniture and no curtains. Thank you, Jimmy D.
Boy. Hey, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Hey, can you hear me? Okay, there you go. There you go. Okay. Do me a favor, Bobby. Start getting information from me. Hey, sweetheart, can you hear me? Okay, she's breathing. There you go. There you go. Open your eyes for me. Can you do that? There you go. Yeah, she's breathing. Oh, yeah. She's breathing. Yeah. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Hey, do me a favor, back up for me.
Matter of fact, I wish I could slow this down. Look at this. Let's look. No furniture. That's the front room. Look, zero furniture. Look at that. Why am I talking about this? Why? Why is Jay talking about this? Why are you bringing this up? Why does it matter? Because children are involved. That's why it matters. Children need beds. Children need furniture. And if you can't afford furniture, then you shouldn't be having what? Hashtag children are a choice. Sex is a choice. Procreation is a choice. You have no furniture. You can't provide. You broke. Stop having kids. Simple. And every year, people keep bringing more kid after more kid, more kid, more kid, more kid, more kid. One right after another. Look at this.
Hey.
Empty. A whole entire front room. Not a damn piece of furniture there.
Where is it? Where is it?
Look. Nothing. They got chargers plugged up into the wall. Oh, Lord Jesus. Are we going to really go there? They have smartphones and zero furniture. Not a lawn chair. Not a folding chair. Nothing.
Where is it?
2 completely big rooms with nothing in them. What y'all want to bet them kids ain't got proper beds? Oops. Look at that. Absolutely nothing in there. Nothing. And like Jimmy D said, no curtains on the windows.
Do me a favor, back up for me. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. How long has she been down?
Look at all those people there. Can y'all, between 20 people that are standing in there, y'all couldn't have came together to donate some damn furniture? I know this ain't got nothing to do with the story. It kind of does. But damn. Look, y'all, come on. Talk to me. Any of y'all who have been broke, I've been broke. Somebody talk to me, please. Especially if you're in the urban community, if you black. Somebody talk to me. How many of us got hand-me-down furniture? I did. My parents gave me furniture. I got furniture from aunties, from cousins, from grandmothers. At some point when you first get out on your own, we all get hand-me-down stuff. But guess what I didn't do? I didn't have kids while doing that. That's what I was trying to take care of myself when I first moved out on my own at age 18. So when you get hand-me-down furniture, what are you supposed to do? If it's still okay, you hand it to the next person and buy you something. You don't just keep hand-me-down stuff forever, or am I tripping? Thank you. All of them damn stimulus checks y'all getting. Buying the latest smartphone, got the latest wigs, buying the finest bottles of alcohol, got the flyest clothes, Louis Vuitton, $1,500 belts, but no furniture? Okay.
How long has she been down?
Look at all of those grown people in there. God, that is a big old person. All those women and no fathers in sight.
Okay, everybody back up. Hey. Is she breathing? Come on, baby. Come here.
Right here.
9-3 Narcan Foy. Hey, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Hey, can you hear me?
Rebecca said maybe they're just moving in. Aren't they always? They're always just moving in. But believe it or not, like, I mean, look, I've been around the hood. I didn't necessarily grow up in the hood. I grew up in like a middle class neighborhood, but it was kind of close to the hood. But I spent most of my time in Oklahoma City on the east side, which was definitely the hood. Spent plenty of time in the hood. I've been around plenty of houses that were flat out bare. And they had been living that way for years. Years and years and years.
Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay.
You said let's focus on the baby. In all actuality, Susie, that's what I was trying to explain earlier. Everything that I just said, from talking about the furniture, from talking about being poor, from talking about living in the hood, from talking about living in low income areas, to talking about crime, to talking about gangs, to talking about drugs. Guess who's around all of these elements? Children. Babies. Are we on subject or are we not on subject? Somebody let me know if I'm wrong. But I thought everything that I just said has to do with children. We are unprepared to have children and keep bringing children into this world with no father, with no man, with no husband, with no stability, with no beds, with no food, with no stable roof over your head, with no way to pay your bills. No proper diapers, no proper formula, no proper medication, no proper life insurance, no proper death insurance. Somebody talk to me. Hello. Shitty schools, no books, no supplies, no pens, no paper. Books that have been handed down for the past 15 to 20 years. History books aren't even telling them updated history. No college fund. No graduation fund. No savings. But we wonder why the private prisons have a shit ton of people going to jail. Because they don't have any hope for the future to do anything better. They don't strive to become anything great because they didn't come from anything great, because nobody ever gave them anything that was worth a damn. Hello? This has everything that I just said. I want y'all to think about this. That's why I said listen with an open mind and an open what? And an open heart. Because if you listen to what I just said and you get my message, this has everything to do with this baby that almost died on the floor. Drugs, no plan, no husband, no stability, no furniture. All of that contributed to that baby damn near dying on the floor. Should this be a moment where I start to talk about these racist police and defunding the police? Should I go there also? Or do y'all want me to wait for a moment before I get to that point and show y'all how racist and how hateful all these police officers are? I think I'll wait.
My friend, Bobby, start getting information from me. Hey, sweetheart.
You got 15 mothers standing there in that house, and not one of them can do the job of these two police male officers. with a little bitty pack of Narcan. Interesting.
Can you hear me? Okay, she's breathing. There you go. There you go. Open your eyes for me. Can you do that?
Y'all still want to reroute the police's money? Y'all still want to defund the police? They were able to get some Narcan. Yeah, let's defund the police. Okay. Okay. Maybe it'd be better if they didn't have Narcan.
There you go. Yeah, she's breathing. Oh yeah, she's breathing. Yeah.
But y'all don't have to listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a crazy YouTuber, and I guess the only reason I'm on here for is for me to collect $1 million. That's the only thing I'm on YouTube for. Nothing else matters except me getting $1 million, right? Babies' lives, I guess, don't matter to me. They don't matter.
Hey, sweetheart. Hey, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Hey, do me a favor, back up for me. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. How long has she been down? How long has she been down? 30 minutes. Okay, everybody back up. Hey, hey, hey. Is she breathing? Come on, baby. Come here. 9-3 Narcan afford. Hey, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Hey, can you hear me? Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay. Do my fair, Bobby. Start getting information from me. Hey, sweetheart. Can you hear me?
Thank you. 30 minutes is a eternity.
Okay, she's breathing. There you go. There you go. Open your eyes for me. Can you do that? There you go. Yeah, she's breathing. Oh yeah, she's breathing. Yeah. Hey, sweetheart.
Let me tell you guys this, man. I try not to get too emotional because I know some people don't always understand my full message, but it can be a little bit disheartening sometimes when I know what I'm saying is out of love, and I know sometimes I give a perspective that you maybe don't fully understand why I'm saying certain things, and maybe I'm trying to be funny. But what I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to use these stories as a cautionary tale, as a way to be able to educate people about things that I personally believe that people are not seeing. People are not seeing these things, okay? Even just the fact that we can't even deduce from this situation when they walked into this house and you see a house full of children, a house full of mothers, and at least 2 big, huge rooms with 0 furniture. But that's the environment that children live in. But you got drugs. And then here's another thing. I want y'all to notice, not only did only one person out of all of these people there get arrested, one person, and that person's in jail on a $15,000 bond. $1,500, she could take that drug money she been making and get right back out of jail. $1,500, 10%. So you mean to tell me that all those mothers knew who this was, but nobody knew that she was a drug dealer with kids living in crappy conditions like that? So all of these people did what? Saw something and said nothing. And that's what I'm talking about when it comes to ruining your communities, ruining the property value. And then we turn around and we want to blame it on our governor, blame it on our president, blame it on the police. We want to blame it at everybody else except ourselves. Why do we continue to just allow people to just keep trashing our neighborhoods, trashing our homes, trashing our children, trashing our schools, ruining our environments? Why would you live like that? Why are you okay with that? And the simplest thing you could do, you don't have to throw a bunch of money into it. You don't have to throw a bunch of effort into it. But the thing that we do the most is lip service, talk. We won't even put our words in the right place. We won't put our thoughts in the right place, our heart in the right place. We don't speak out of love. We speak out of hate. And I say we because it's not a me thing. It's a we thing. And that's why I believe that all of us can make this situation better. We can all learn from this, and every single thing that I spoke of for either the lack of or the disregard for is the reason why that baby is on the ground. Even though some people might not be able to put that together the way that I did. But that's also why I believe that if I have some knowledge and some understanding of things, I believe it is my God-given responsibility to speak it. I have people that threaten my life over giving my opinion and my thoughts to try to make this world a better place. I have people who try to flag my channel down for me trying to make this world a better place in my own way. Will those people go out and go build something? No. What they'll do, they're just like, you know what? We're just going to kick you in the nuts, DJ Just J. We don't want to go fix a damn thing. We don't want to go make an impact the way that you did or go get it out the mud like you did. We're just going to go kick you in the proverbial balls. Because we don't like the way that you doing things. It's heartbreaking, but as well as I could look at things pessimistically, I'm actually an optimistic person. Let me tell you why. Because y'all look at the people in my chat. Look at the people watching the video. Look at the people in the comment section. I believe this is a great representation for the good people that I know are out there. For the people who do have an open mind and an open heart. For those good mothers out there, you shout yourselves out. For those good parents, shout yourselves out. For those good neighbors, shout yourselves out. For those good fathers, you know who you are. Shout yourselves out. I never claim to be a good person, nor a great person, or good dad, or a great dad. I am striving to become a better person every single day. I try to be a good example for my daughter, and I work my butt off to try to do as best as I possibly can with the situation that I'm in. And I try to become a good person. And I think that's really all any of us can do is realize where we truly are and try to elevate ourselves and get to a better place. I'm no saint at all. Believe me when I tell you, I don't think I'm a good person at all. But I am a person that is striving to become a great person. And I will take my last breath to try to become a great person and leave a lasting example and an impact on this world and hope that people will turn against people like this, will turn against the drug dealers, will turn against the gang members, will turn against the reckless procreation that we do, will turn against the people who continue to keep putting children in these bad, impoverished situations. Do y'all hear me? Am I making any sense? Or am I just putting hot air into the microphone? I could be. I don't know. I'm thankful that this young girl was saved by the same police that people want to defund or reroute their funding. Narcan costs money. It's not free. Somebody had to develop it. Somebody had to create it. Somebody had to package it. And somebody had to put it out there on the market. And it accosted someone. The police were able to acquire it in some shape, form, or fashion. And guess what it did? The same type of people who be like, F the police and defund the police and Black Lives Matter and blah, 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 blah. Saved one of your own. Saved a little girl's life who didn't choose her path, didn't choose to be in this situation. She was forced into this horrible lifestyle by that individual who just looks like, why are you here, ma'am, sir, ma'am? Just looks like a pile of mess that needs a bundle of years in prison. I'd say give her 25 years. That's attempted murder. Because if you put your children around drugs, you were attempting to murder them, especially if they get in your drugs, right? If a child grabs your gun and accidentally shoots themselves, aren't you charged just the same with being irresponsible with your weapon? Yes, you are. So why would it not apply here? A $15,000 bond is... That's despicable. That's laughable. Try no bond. Shouldn't give a drug dealer a bond when it almost cost a child their life. How do you not know that this child is not going to have a ton of brain damage? Potentially not breathing. Not being able to function for half an hour. Do you know what happens to a brain if it doesn't get oxygen for 2 minutes or 30 seconds? 5 minutes? A person could be a vegetable in a very short amount of time. And I just don't think that the laws are strong enough, especially when you look at how they're charging her. This should be attempted murder. This should be drug trafficking. This should be kingpin charges. This should be RICO law, racketeering. This should be gang involvement. This should be, I don't know what else you could charge her with, but it should be at least about 27 charges. I'd have to look at the book and find out what all the charges are, but there should be a lot. What else? Child abuse. In all actuality, I really hope that people will at least listen to these stories with an open mind and an open heart. And I know there's people that are never going to like what I've got to say or like me. But I always ask, don't get mad at the messenger. Just get the message. Take care of your children. Take care of your home. Take care of where you live at, your neighborhood, your cities, your states. If everybody does that, we will all be better together. Thank y'all for listening with an open mind as well as an open heart to this story. She needs about 25 years in prison. That baby needs a chance to grow up with somebody else, not family members, because clearly they don't care. But this is at least some positivity. Thank you to the police. Hashtag refund the police. Thank you. Don't defund the police, refund the police. How about that? How about that? I still got 2 more stories. I know it's midnight here in Texas. Thank you, Laura MC. If you are in the chat, where you at, Laura? I got your Cash App just now. If you're listening, thank you very, very much. I still have 2 more stories. I still have more I wanted to say about this story. But you know what's funny? That was actually a relatively short story, but I just had a lot to say about it. I had a lot to say about that. That's why I wanted to talk about that one. Are y'all ready for this next one? Good night, Rebecca. I know it's getting late for some of y'all, man. Don't lose sleep if y'all got to go to work in the morning or super early. Y'all get y'all rest. Y'all bodies need rest. But for the rest of us night owls, I got 2 more stories to tell you guys. One, actually, if y'all up for it, I actually can do 3 more, which includes this one. This one plus 2 more. You have an early appointment. Cecilia, good night, sweetheart. Have a blessed night. Thank you for being here. Matter of fact, thank you. And I meant to tell you, thank you for joining the channel membership too. So if you're still listening, Cecilia, per hands, thank you, sweetheart. I really appreciate that. All right. Are y'all ready for this story? Boy. Do y'all see my screen, y'all? Look at my screen, y'all. Keyshawn, are you ready for this? Y'all ready for this? I need to thank, let me see. I think Sorrowful Angel. I think I thanked you, but I'm going to thank you again. If you're listening, thank you. Also, thank you to, let me make sure I can say your name. Shay Shay. Yeah, okay, I did thank Shay Shay, but I can thank you again. It's all good. Thank you, Shay Shay, over there in PayPal. And Ginger, thank you. And I think that's everybody so far. And if I missed your super chat, it will show up on the screen, especially on the replay. So don't worry about that. Yours will still be shown so they can actually sit on the screen. But thank you all who donated in the super chat too. And those who joined channel membership. And contrary to popular belief, I don't know who keeps putting this out there or keep leaving comments in my comment section of my videos. I don't know who the hell told people, but I am not rich. I don't know where the hell people are getting that from. I don't know who's putting them kind of rumors out there, but that is, like Nick Saban said, that is total BS. By most people's standards, I'd be broke. I am a broke father. Let's not get that confused, okay? I don't consider rich having enough money to pay your bills. That ain't rich. And to be able to take care of your kids. That ain't rich. Somebody said Magilla Gorilla. Who said that? Tanea. Wow. Damn, Tanea. A female. Oh my God. Tanea, you just won the internet. You just won the chat room tonight. You just won the chat room tonight. Tanea won the chat room tonight. Can y'all give Tanea a wonderful round of applause? Yes. Damn it, yes. Tanea just won the internet. I'm stealing that. Oh my goodness. That is so funny. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Tanea. Shame on you, girl. Uh-oh, not downloads. I need bookmarks. There we go. Woo! Oh, man. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this story comes out of North Carolina, and I'm going to tell you, you just can't be this level of dumb. And I need to forewarn you guys, I'm going to say some things that are probably going to make you mad, that are not going to sit well with your sensibilities. So I'm going to warn you, this might not be the video for you, okay? There's a bad thing that happened to a baby by a bad, horrible individual. The individual that you see on my screen right here in North Carolina is facing several felony charges after police say that a police officer witnessed this individual stab its own infant daughter in the back. Stabbed a baby in the back with a kitchen knife during a domestic dispute. According to a press release, and I need to say thank you to Law and Crime, which is where I get this article from. According to a press release from the Greenville, North Carolina Police Department, which is where that comes from, officers were dispatched to a residence located on Taylor Street after receiving a report about a disturbance at approximately 1:30 p.m. on Monday. First responders arrived on the scene shortly after and said that they encountered 21-year-old Sierra Dyer, who was allegedly arguing with an unnamed family member. The source of the alleged argument was custody of Dyer's 1-year-old daughter. Wow. They were arguing over custody, and this was with an unnamed family member, so I'm assuming maybe a mother. That sounds like something a mother would argue with their kid about. Like, you're doing a horrible job. Let me have this kid so I can raise this kid to grow up and become something great. Because clearly you don't want your kid to grow up and become nothing, just like you. During the argument, one of the officers on the scene said that they saw Dyer walk away from the confrontation and go into the kitchen. Oh, Lord. An officer followed Dyer to the kitchen of the house and observed this young man that you see right here on my screen pick up a knife and stab this baby in the back. So somebody says they want to save the kid, and you're just like, you'd rather murder the kid? Really, dude? Really? The officer quickly confronted Dyer, who allegedly threw the knife to the kitchen floor. The officer who witnessed the alleged stabbing immediately took Dyer into custody. A second officer who was present secured the child and called for emergency medical services, EMS, according to police. The infant was rushed to Vidant Medical Center, where the baby's wounds were treated. The medical staff at the facility told police that the young girl is expected to make a full recovery. Now, how messed up is that child is going to have that scar for the rest of its life, and those stitches and whatever else that it had to go through? Because this dude couldn't control his damn emotions because he didn't properly. Oh, I'm sorry. I just noticed that on the screen. It said a mother was charged with attempted murder. Oh. Oh. So that's not a man, but it don't look like a female. I got to steal this in the chat. And shout out to Tanea. Tanea said, this is not a male or a female. This is a feman. A feman. A feman. F-E-M-A-N. I like that word. We're going to have to keep that. A feman. Old Magilla gorilla looking ass. Look at this. There is absolutely no way that any of y'all could have looked at this picture and thought, that's a mother. Oh, Great Escape looking ass. Like, what in the world? How are y'all building these mothers? Who is sleeping with them? Gross. Gross. Who is the biological father that looked at that and said, damn, I'd like to get me some of that? A feman. Hashtag feman. I'm sorry. That shit is funny to me. I'm sorry. That is an amazing comment. Shout out to Tanea. Golly. Times got to be hard out there in Greenville. Man, sheesh. The Greenville Police Department initially claimed that the arresting officer watched Dyer grab the knife before stabbing her daughter. Her. I'm going to use that term loosely. Her. Okay? But later corrected that statement. The previous version of this release erroneously stated that the officer observed Dyer pick up the knife. The department's revision said Dyer was already actively stabbing the child when the officer walked in and confronted her, at which point she dropped the knife. Why did they have to correct that? Because they tries to sue the police over anything and everything. So she was already actively stabbing the child as opposed to you saw her pick up the knife and stab the child. Why does that matter? Because people try to use anything that you say against you to try to sue the police for some bull crap. It don't matter whether you saw him pick up the knife, you saw the knife being plunged into a baby. Like, who cares? Anyway. Dyer was booked at the Pitt County Detention Center where she's being held on a $1.5 million bond. Please notate that I said a $1.5 million bond. Why is that important? Because the mother who had drugs around her kid and almost overdosed was given a $15,000 bond for essentially doing the same thing, attempted murder, in my opinion. Online records show that she was charged with 1 count of attempted murder in the first degree and 1 count of intentional child abuse resulting in serious physical injury, both felonies. The records did not say whether Dyer currently has legal representation. The Pitt County Sheriff's Office did not immediately respond to an email from this website, Law and Crime, seeking additional details about the case and Dyer's attorney. Last month, a 22-year-old mother in Michigan was charged with murder after police say that she stabbed her 3-year-old daughter to death. Damn. I'm not going to even read the rest of that. That's disgusting. Let me give you guys the fair usage. Let me show you guys the news videos. If you're watching, do us a favor and please click that thumbs up. I know we're being comical because some of these stories are so sad, man. You got to find the funny moments. Okay? Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. She does look like a plucked chicken. Let's go.
A toddler is recovering tonight in eastern North Carolina after police say she was stabbed by her mother. Police say yesterday that the 21-year-old mother was arguing with a family member over the child's custody. The officer said when they arrived, they saw the stabbing happen. The mother is charged with attempted murder and felony child abuse. The toddler is expected to make a full recovery. Authorities say the mother is in the Pitt County Jail on a $1.5 million.
A mother has been charged after police say an officer witnessed her stab her own daughter.
We have learned that the mother of the injured 1-year-old is now charged with attempted murder and felony child abuse. Police say 21-year-old Sierra Dyer was arguing with a family member over the custody of the toddler when she picked up a knife and stabbed the child in the back. When police arrived, they say an officer followed Dyer into the kitchen where they witnessed the stabbing. She then surrendered to police and was taken into custody. She is at the Pitt County Jail under a $1.5 million bond. The child was taken to Biden Medical Center and is expected to make a full recovery.
A Greenville mother is in jail tonight. She's charged with stabbing her 1-year-old daughter in the back. It happened at an apartment complex on Taylor Street in Greenville. Police say they were there on a domestic call today when an officer followed 21-year-old Sierra Dyer into the apartment. She allegedly picked up a knife and stabbed the child. The officer jumped in, and police say Dyer threw the knife on the floor. Police immediately arrested her. As for the baby, EMTs rushed her there, and now we're told she's expected to be okay.
She was a pretty little girl. She always kept a smile on her face. I just would never want no child to ever get done like that.
Dyer is charged with attempted murder and felony child abuse. A Greenville mother is in jail tonight. She's charged with stabbing her 1-year-old daughter in the back. It happened at an...
If y'all look at that little bitty picture, does that not look just like a man? It looks like a guy. Boy, literally.
Apartment complex on Taylor Street in Greenville. Police say they were there on a domestic call today when an officer followed 21-year-old Sierra Dyer into the apartment. She allegedly picked up a knife and stabbed the child. The officer jumped in, and police say Dyer threw the knife on the floor. Police immediately arrested her. As for the baby, EMTs rushed her there, and now we're told she's expected to be okay.
She was a pretty little girl. She always kept a smile on her face. I just would never want no child to ever get done like that.
Dyer is charged with attempted murder and felony child abuse.
Y'all are going wild in the chat. She looked like Alf mixed with Donkey Kong. Wow, man. You know what I just thought about? Lady looks like a dude. I'm sorry. I don't be singing. I just thought about that song. I'm an 80s DJ. Had to do it. My bad. But anyway, my closing thoughts about this female that you see on my screen. That's quite ridiculous. The fact that you're having a conversation with a family member who's trying to think of the better interests of the kid, save the kid from your bad parenting, and you want to go take it out on the kid. I want y'all to think about this. Y'all are going in the chat. I'm sorry. That's funny to me. I want y'all to think about this. In all seriousness, you were mad at the family member talking about the kid. I'm not advocating for violence, but let's think about this logically. If you're mad at an adult, wouldn't you think that that person would stab the adult, not the defenseless child? Not advocating for violence. It's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying, if you were going to do something this stupid, why would you do it to the child who could not speak for itself, could not defend itself, and you allegedly gave birth to this child? I'm still not going to believe that. Not going to believe it. Carried this child for 9 months to fruition. Nursed this baby, changed this baby, took care of this baby, and then you try to murder this baby because you didn't like what another adult said to you? If you ask me, that sounds like a bully, a flat out bully mentality. This is also why I believe that we need to just, at this point, fellas, stop providing your seeds. A lot of these stories could stop if men just become more responsible with their seeds, because without any seeds, you cannot produce any fruit. We can always hold responsibility on both sides. We can say the moms need to be more responsible. We can say the dads need to be more responsible. But as a man, I'm just going to hold myself responsible and talk to my brothers and say, stop providing your seeds to people you aren't married with. It's dumb. Now, I think that I've learned my lesson, especially being reckless out here in these streets. I haven't got a woman pregnant in 14 years. I think I've learned my lesson. So I'm trying to not only be a living example of the things that I talk about, but I'm also trying to just give people more things to think about so that we don't continue to keep putting these children in situations that the children don't want to be in, don't need to be in, and keep creating all of this turmoil and frustration, and we keep taking it out on each other, okay? This is not a product of the system. This is because we keep doing this to ourselves. We're bringing children into this world for all the wrong reasons. We hope that people continue to be advocates for children. The new hashtag BLM, Babies Lives Matter. Thank you guys for listening to the story with an open mind as well as an open heart. And we hope that this female, life in prison sounds pretty good to me. There's no reason for her to be in him to be in our society, all right? Let's get rid of this person, okay? Thank y'all for listening. We'll see you on the next story, all right? Peace. Totally appreciate it. And we will upload each and every one of these stories as their own separate videos in what we call YouTube premieres. That's what those videos are. Is this a replay? Is this an update? It is basically just us uploading each of these stories as their own separate videos. YouTube premieres. That's what they are. Have a great day. Have a great night. We'll see you guys on the next stream. All right? Peace.
You see, I'm just like you. Born and raised right here in Oklahoma City, an Oklahoma City public school product, and a former Division I college basketball player. As a husband and a father, I know exactly what it feels like to make that daily living, make that daily grind and support your family. My experience in corporate finance and as a college professor has taught me one thing, and that we make it to be what we want it to be. Can you imagine a city government with no limitations, catering to access to resources and tools for people who look just like you? Who says we can't end homelessness with creative solutions? Who says we can't have a citywide mentoring program that will cater to all youth in Oklahoma City that will put them on a path to be successful? Who says that the criminal justice system can't be equitable and cater to all walks of life, no matter your income or your position as a family? And as your Oklahoma City mayor, I will put people over politics. My name is Jimmy Lawson, and I look forward to having your vote on February the 8th, 2022. For more information about my campaign and how to make a campaign contribution, please visit www.lawsonforokc.com. See you at the polls.
Check out this wonderful organization that I'm proud to be a part of. It's called Bags for Kids, BAGS4KIDS.org. And check out their website. They really help a lot of kids in foster care, giving them a permanent piece of luggage and also a lot of items that they might need so that they feel that they belong, which they do. So go to the website, bags4kids.org. So go for it. It's a great place, and they're doing great work.
Exclusive new products that you will only see on my website at www.sayitwithchess.com. These products are made special by my mother, Keyline Designs. The hoodie blankie, the face mask, as well as the 4-in-1 African head wrap. Now the way it works, it is a reversible bonnet. It has a headband that you can wear alone. It has a matching face mask as well. Please be sure to go over to our website and check out these nice new products that you will not find anywhere else.